Some of you have heard of the Slave Bible, but for those of you who have not, take a listen to this. It is actually on display at a museum in Washington, D.C. It was a Bible that was written for the instruction of the enslaved. This Bible was written in the 1800s, and as you can see here, it says selected for the use of Negro slaves. And it was used in the British West Indian Island, in Jamaica, Barbados, and Antigua. Slave Bible included verses such as Colossians 3:22 through 25, telling the enslaved to obey your masters in everything. Obey them all the time, even when they can't see you. And remember that you will receive your reward from the Lord. And he will give you what he promised his people. The Lord treats everyone the same. Really? Another verse in the Slave Bible is Ephesians 6:5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with fear, with respect, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Jesus Christ. These scriptures essentially instill fear of them in you because look, you're worshiping something in their image, right? And so it's teaching you subconsciously that you need to fear them. You need to worship them regardless of how cruel and unusual the punishment is that they dish out to you, because this is what Christ wants you to do. It makes you a good little servant. Why? Because this is the image that they gave you to worship. This is who they said Christ is. This is how they introduced the God of the New Testament Bible to you, along with those slave scriptures. So I'm supposed to obey this thing right here with fear and trembling. Look at this effeminate little thing. What is there to fear about this? Like what? It gets even better, y'all. Let's take a look at 1 Peter 2:17 through 23. And it says, you who are slaves must submit to your masters with all respect. Do what they tell you to do, not only if they are kind and reasonable, but even if they are cruel. Now, I don't have to tell y'all about the cruelty in slavery and everything, but for some of you who do not know, take a look.
Derby's dose involved inflicting physical and psychological agony on enslaved individuals who attempted to escape or committed various offenses such as stealing food. The punishment commenced with severe beatings, followed by the rubbing of salt pickle, lime juice, and bird pepper into the open wounds of the victim. To exacerbate the humiliation and degradation, another enslaved individual would defecate into the mouth of the victim, who would then be gagged, forced to endure the nauseating mixture for hours. The practice of Derby's dose emerged on Jamaican plantations owned or overseen by Thomas Thistlewood, who documented his reprehensible behavior and the treatment of Jamaican slaves extensively in his 14,000-page diary. Thistlewood's actions demonstrated the extreme measures taken by slave owners to exert control and instill fear in their enslaved workforce. The term Derby's dose derived its name from the slave Derby, who was the first known individual to undergo this barbaric treatment.
You mean to tell me this scripture is telling you even when they are cruel like that, putting feces and urine and all kind of other stuff in your mouth, having slaves defecate in your mouth, and you still need to submit to them and respect them and be kind to them and be reasonable to them? Are you kidding me? And I'm for damn sure not gonna worship this little sissy. Are you serious? Or those who gave us this image to worship. This is why I don't do the New Testament at all. I can't. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. No, thank you. I'm good. And this is why I don't do religion, period. Because it does nothing but hold you back. It keeps you from using your mind. It's a system of control based upon unchallenged dogmatic belief, which holds back your progress of consciousness. And the reason why is because people in religion are taught to have blind faith. Oh, you have never experienced it. Oh, you have never seen it, but just have faith anyway. No, I can't do that. Show me. Give me examples. Don't just tell me I can believe if you show me proof. But blind faith? Nah, I'm good.